One. Good evening, everybody. Armando Torres here. Mr. Bach, you can mute your phone. You have your computer and your phone going at the same time. Good evening, everybody. Armando Torres here from Miami, Florida. As soon as Mr. Bach goes ahead and mutes one of his computer or his phone, we'll have a clean call. All right, we're clean. We're good. All right, guys, welcome to the call tonight. And now we have Mr. Kermit the Frog joining us, which is pretty cool. In and of itself. I never had Mr. Kermit the Frog on one of our webinars, but hey, this is a live event and we run with it. we run with it. Guys, it is my pleasure really to welcome each and every one of you guys here to the event tonight. We have a beautiful Tuesday night. Today's Tuesday? Yeah, today's Tuesday. So we have a beautiful Tuesday night hangout. It is so cool to see the screen here. Those who are jumping out with the live faces. We have Mr. Jason Snow from Maine. Say hello, Jason. All right, Jason is on mute there. I'm not sure what happened there, but we just say hello, wave if you like. All the way from Maine. We have from all the way down south, Mr. Daniel Bach in South Florida. All right, in the New York area, we have Sean and Tracy O'Halloran. Say hello. All right. And we have a bunch more people online who decided this evening to just sit back, relax, and take notes. So we're going to rock and roll here tonight. We had been talking about the 5 core commitments for Team Powerhouse. I asked Mr. Jason Snow to go ahead and put those on the notes section, and that's going to be emailed to each and every one of you guys after the webinar. But I wanted just to hit those again, and we're going to go into detail. So for the next few weeks, I'm going to really focus on these core commitments and really focus on a plan of attack. So each one of you guys has a clear, concise game plan on what needs to be done in order to develop your business. So I'm going to go ahead and just verbalize these 8 core commitments for those of you guys who are on the phone. Those of you guys who logged in with your correct email address, you'll get that email to you. And for the purposes of the recorded call, also, I'm going to say this out loud. So the first core commitment, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I just want you guys to get a good grasp of it. Know and develop your why daily. Know and develop your why daily. Your focus changes all the time, and it's okay. It varies from day to day. Make sure you're every day focused on why you're doing this business, why it needs to be successful, and what is the gas that you're putting into your business every day to get to the next level. The second core commitment, commit to learning your business and personal development daily. What I mean by that is that you should know your back office. You should know how to get promoted. It's a good idea to know your comp plan, absolutely. Make sure that you do the things necessary for you to grow as an expert and grow as a leader within this team and within this company. Absolutely necessary. Next one. All right. Mr. Snow, it actually is the third commitment is become a master promoter. Become a master promoter. What do I mean by that? Those that I see in the industry, those that I see at the top levels of income, are usually the ones who are master promoters. They promote event to event, master edifiers. They promote local events. They get a ton of people to the national conference. That's one of the things that we're going to talk about tonight is become a master promoter. Becoming a master promoter. Become a promoter of the system, of the Team Powerhouse system. Become a promoter of the brand. Become a promoter of our team, because that is ultimately what you can market all over the place without getting in trouble in compliance. So become a master promoter. That's huge when it comes to this business. Market. Number four, market your business daily. Get at least 2 exposures done every single day. And we're going to talk today hardcore on exposures. That's what's going to be the topic of tonight. We're going to go real deep into this subject. When I say you start every day doing 2 exposures a day, and then your people start doing 2 exposures a day, eventually you'll have hundreds of exposures happening on a daily basis. And people coming into your business every day from all over the place, and your business growing organically. That is when this business becomes very fun. And the number 5 core commitment is become a coach to your team. Okay? New member coaching. If you're not training your new members, if you're just hiring people, bringing them on and just throwing them into the air, I promise you, you will not be successful by no means of the imagination. You have to commit the time, just like I'm doing with you guys tonight, and I do it on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. You have to invest that time in your team. You have to make sure that they understand what is needed for them to do. Be available to them. Be a professional. That's the difference. If you guys want to know the difference between amateur pay and pro pay, these 5 things are going to help you get the professional pay. Plug your people into the system and get them to the same day that you do. 30-day goal for a new person, 60-day exposure. We'll talk about that in a few seconds here. All right. Hey, Miss Heather, haven't seen you in a minute and a day. Welcome to the call. Excellent. So tonight, I'm going to focus on the core commitment that talks about the exposure tools and about exposing. And this is one of the things that, again, it might sound basic to some of the old timers, right? But then, they're like, oh, Armando, your trainings are basic. You say these things over and over again. Let me see your paycheck. Are you happy with your paycheck? If you're not, then go back to fundamentals. Go back to the basics. Go back to what needs to be done every single day. Now, once your team is doing what they need to be doing, once you're doing what you need to be doing, your team is going to follow you, then you're going to see a growth in your paycheck. And then there's a number. Each person has a number. I always say when you cross $20,000 on a monthly basis, then you go ahead and introduce your system. Then you go ahead and you talk about, what great idea you have. In the meantime, I suggest that you follow a system of somebody who's done that, okay, or who is doing that. All right. That's just me. I'm not. Each one of you, it's a free country. You're free as a team, but I suggest that you follow a system, and this is one of the best systems because, again, it is laid out by John Castino, who built 3 organizations over 100,000. By my input on it, which I've built organizations in 3 countries and multiple states, and still the fastest growing team and the second fastest growing DS in the DSA. Woohoo! That's because of you guys. Much love. I love you guys. Appreciate that. Did you guys know that? We're the fastest growing team in North American Power, and North American Power is the second fastest growing company in the DSA, in the Direct Selling Association. So kudos to you guys. I mean, that's just unbelievable. I'm freaking excited about that. I'm just jacked up about that. So tonight we're going to talk about the system, specifically when it comes to the exposure tools and how to really effectively use that. We had Mr. Castino here this weekend in Miami. Got to go back to the basics and got to see this again. And I was real excited about this because I was like, you know what? Sometimes even I have to be reminded of what the basics are. So here's how it's supposed to lay down. It's a 5-step process. 5-step process. Number 1 is the effective approach. Number 1 is the effective approach. That's one of the tools for exposure that we need to really harp on tonight and really get into the nitty-gritty of that. The second one is create value and respect for the tool. Number 3, use the right tool, and we're going to hit on that tonight. Number 4, create value and respect again for the live event, which is number 5, the live event. Okay? Now, let's get into what I mean by this. The effective approach. When you first sponsor an individual, when you first sponsor somebody into your team, we need to make sure that they understand the effective approach. And I don't care which approach you use. You could use the full-blown Castino effective approach, which could be found at NAP effective approach. at gmail.com. NAP effective approach at gmail.com. That'll instantaneously, automatically send you the actual effective approach. What is the most important thing there? What is the most important line item, if you will, of the effective approach? Mr. Daniel Bach? Did Daniel Bach go to sleep on us?
Your line is now unmuted.
Yeah, I'm here. Your why. Be able to express your why.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Absolutely. So
I'm here working, listening. Don't worry. I'm 100%.
You froze on my end. I'm not sure if you froze on everybody else's end, but you froze like this. So, pretty funny. He was frozen, right? Yeah. And you froze with like the funniest face. You look like somebody just gave you a stomach virus bug or something. I don't know. You might want to turn off your camera a second and put it back on. Sorry. We have fun with this. So yeah, in the effective approach, the why. Make sure that you go on there, napeffectiveapproach@gmail.com. There you go. Look much better now. Now you don't look like you have a stomach bug. I appreciate that. napeffectiveapproach@gmail.com, and that'll send you immediately what the effective approach, the script is. Okay. There is a hybrid script out there that they're using with a lot of success. You know, Mr. Bob Heilig and Mr. Ali Medawi and a few of the other guys are using it, and that's fine. You know, feel free to use that as well, as long as you're giving your new person a tool for them to have like at least the points on what they need to hit. Keep in mind the effective approach is going to have the most the few pointers on it. The first one is ask permission. You write in bullet points and you have your effective approach there. The first point is to ask permission of time. Hey guys, do you have 2 minutes of your time? Are you busy right now? Once they agree that they're okay, and if they're busy, reschedule within the next 24 hours. When can we get together? Right. The second bullet point, like Mr. Bach was saying, is your why. Make sure that your why is clear, communicating to the point where it drives that person to at least make a decision to listen to what you have to say, to get them on an exposure tool. The next thing is the 3 points why they need to listen. Number one, business partner. I'm looking for a business partner. Heather, I'm looking for business partners in your area. If this makes sense and we can both make money, will you be okay with it? Okay? That's number one. Number two, Jason, I know you're a busy guy, dude, but if this doesn't make sense for you right now to invest time, I know you're always busy, but I'm really going to count on you sending me referrals from me. So I don't think that you can do that unless you know what it is that I'm doing. Right? That's number two, referrals. Number three, which is critical because this is where it gives me completely out. Listen, Danny, listen, Ellie, listen, guys, if this does not make 100% sense to you, fine. I'll never bother you again. But I don't have the luxury for you joining somebody else's team 3 months from now, 6 months. I know that I will not be the last person to talk to you about this. So I need to make sure that you see what I'm talking about, get the proper 100% of the information, and if it makes sense, join me or not join at all. So say yes or no to me. Daniel Bach went back into
his now unmuted.
Got a question for you, Armando.
All right, I have an answer for you.
Shouldn't we use the I don't have I can't waste any time and I cannot afford for you to join somebody else as the end of the second point?
That's the
third always.
That's the third point. That's the third point. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the third point. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay.
Don't argue with me, man. I didn't make the system, dude. Call Costino. Bust this chop. Don't bust my chops. I'm just trying to follow the system here. Call Costino. If you have any problems with this, call him. Tell him, listen, I think you're a retard and I don't like this system. I'm going to do it this way. If that's what you feel, go for it. But I'm just conveying the information. I'm just busting your chops. Hey, listen. The third point is I don't have the luxury for you to join somebody else's team. You need to join my team. Okay, that's the third point on the effective approach there. When it comes down to giving them outs, those are 3 outs. You're telling them, listen, I don't want you to join me. I probably don't even want you on my team, but I need to expose this to you because a year from now, when I'm rolling in the dough, I want to make sure that you're not calling me and saying, man, why didn't you tell me about this, right? So it's important that we do that. Then comes a very important part. I'm going to run right into the second point that I told you guys tonight we would hit when it comes down to the using the tools. Create value and respect. I have too many people on the team right now, and I'm taking personal responsibility, okay? That's what a leader does. Takes personal responsibility when something goes wrong, right? I have too many people that I hear calling people, hey, Heather, listen, jump on this website and check this out. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. Because if they just jump on a website, and it doesn't matter if they're looking at Costino's website or Bob Heilig or anybody, it doesn't matter. If they're just jumping on this website, they're not primed, they're not ready for the information, then it's just one more noise that's happening in their life. And if they're not ready for it, it's just not going to be effective. And again, if you're going to invest time in this business, whether it be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, or 10 hours a day, and if you're going to take time away from your family, all I want to make sure is that you're spending that time effectively. Because if not, I'd rather you play with your kids. I'd rather you go cook something for your husband or your wife. And I'd rather you do something more important than just waste your time. And if you're not doing the steps correctly, you're wasting your time. Okay? Papi, I need you to go on. I'm working. So the second point here is, the first point is use the effective approach. And I don't care, I guess, like I said, if you want to use the Costino effective approach, you want to use the hybrid effective approach, you want to make up your own effective approach. Just use something that people can follow the system. The second point is create value and respect for the tool. Listen, Heather, I got this gentleman here. His name is John Costino. This guy is amazing. He's written 3 programs that he's built, put over 100,000 people in each one of those. This guy's trained over 1 million people. And he did a recording. It's going to take about 30 minutes. I need you to take a look at this and give me your opinion. Okay? Or it could be, listen, I got Mr. Bob Heilig. This guy's one of our top income earners of the company. I need you to take a look at this and give me your opinion. Whatever it is, just give me your opinion, but set it up so that they know that's what they're looking at. They know what they're looking for. So the first one, am I frozen?
You're good.
I'm not frozen, good, right? All right, good. So then the step number three is use the right tool. Use the right tool. And I'm going to give you those tools tonight. If you are in a footprint state, if you are inside of a footprint state, and you are so inclined to use the websites, in the footprint state, I want you to use www.freepowersupply.com. freepowersupply.com. Okay? That's going to be with one of our top producing, no problem. I understand, Tracy, this is a live event, and we run with the punches, so I got you. Freepowersupply.com. If you're talking to anybody in the footprint, anybody who's working on in the footprint area, and if you have gas or electricity, or if you have both, like in New York, New Jersey, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, if you're working in the footprint, use freepowersupply.com. Make sure you use create value and respect. Again, Bob Heilig, one of our top regional directors in the company, top income producers of the company. Gentleman quit his job, and a lot of people on his team already have quit their job. So that's pretty tight, pretty tough information, Outside of the footprint, if you are outside of the footprint, then you're going to use www.whatisarec.info. Again, www.whatisarec.info. Okay? So that's going to be used if you're talking to somebody outside of the footprint. If you need Spanish presentation, for the time being, it's going to be teampowerhouse.info. Teampowerhouse.info. Those are your 3 exposure tools. And again, for each one of them, create value and respect prior to putting somebody on there. Footnote, the what is erect.info, you want to go on there and you want to point them to the problem and solution video number 1. The problem and solution video number 1. That's what John wants us to use as the exposure tool for the non-footprint states. And if you are talking to a business builder, you could, even if they're in the footprint state, you could use that as well. I highly recommend each one of you guys tonight, before you go to sleep, invest the 30 minutes and watch the videos on what is erect.info. Okay, and if you watched them 5 years ago, watch them again, because a lot of brand new information, brand new tools that Mr. Castino invested with Steve Branch. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Steve Branch. Do we save the cues for later? Yes. Please save the questions for later. Write them down. I will do a question and answer towards the end. Okay? Unless if you're Daniel Bach and you have some kind of ties with the Communist Party, and then in which case I'm inclined to answer you right now, because I just don't want no problems here in Miami. You see he's frozen. I don't know if he's frozen in Europe, but he's still frozen on mine. He's hilarious, that guy. All right. So once you use that tool, once you use the tool, at the end of that tool, you want to be ready, like you want to be texting your upline, your sideline, your accountability partner, whoever you're doing your 3-way. Guys, by the way, the 3-way does not have to be your upline all the time. If you happen to be so disfortunate to have me as your upline, you are in trouble. Because as you guys know, I'm on planes, I'm in here, I'm there, I'm all over the place, and it's very difficult for me to do that. Now, that is not an excuse, because there's thousands of other people on the team that are willing, ready, and able to help you to do 3-ways as well. So, connect with an accountability partner, connect with an upside, downside, sideline, just somebody else on the team, and make them your expert. Point number 4, create value and respect for your expert. Create value and respect for your expert. Now here's the point that I'm trying to make here. When you are working, let's say I'm working with Heather as my accountability partner, okay? And I'll say, listen, I'm finishing on my call, I'm talking to somebody, and I think Heather would be a good person for us to finish up. I'm going to edify her by doing the following. I'm going to say, listen, she's a stay-at-home mom. This girl has been amazing. She's been consistent on all the trainings. She's building this team. She's going to be one of the top income earners. I mean, she's really working hard on taking care of her family. She has a strong wife. She wants to help make sure that her husband quits his job and does things so they can really enjoy their family. And actually, I have her as one of the people that can answer the question. She's very knowledgeable. I'd like to set up some time between now and the next 24 hours to answer all of your questions. What questions do you have, so I can make sure that we get that taken care of and answered for you? She has 100% of the information, and she can get that taken care of for us. Watch this. When that person starts giving you the questions, write them down. And then you're texting Heather, or you're sending her a quick email saying, listen, these are the questions that my prospect has, and what time will be good for you to do a 3-way? Are you good right now, or can we do it tonight at 6 or tomorrow in the morning? And then give her the option to give you 2 or 3 times that works. And then you say, hey, buddy, my friend here, she can answer your questions, tonight at 6 o'clock, tonight at 8 o'clock, or whatever. Okay? Do not, notes, side note, footnotes, side notes, whatever. Do not use words like upline, downline, sponsor, nothing like that. Okay? People do not know what that means outside of this world. Okay? So when you start using those words, you're gonna confuse them. Don't just say, listen, I have a friend of mine who's in the company. She's been around for a long time. She really knows all the information. I'd love for her to get on the phone and answer these questions, because she has 100% of the information, and she can do a very good job of making sure that. And if she doesn't have the answers, I know she knows the people connect you to the right source to get those questions answered. And then you do a 3-way as point number 5, which is the live event. Now the live event, we use the 3-way. Why do we use the 3-way? As you guys saw right now, and I'm so glad, I don't know what happened here, but I'm so glad that Costino and the rest of the company leaders are actually listening to me and following suit here. They used to be all about, like the hotel meeting. I'm like, I don't want a hotel meeting. That stinks. If you dedicate yourself for recruiting all week and you only have one night of production, I'm going to whip you. I promise you. My team is going to produce every single day. We have exposure tools for them to work every single day. Well, guess what happened? Since we are whipping everybody, all right, and I say this out loud and with a lot of pride because I'm very excited about that. Since we're whipping everybody, they started following suit. They started understanding that we can do this business 7 days a week. Every single day that finishes with the word day. Right, Tracy? Tracy got me in trouble with Casino the other day, but I appreciate that. Thanks for holding up the good fight. I appreciate that. So a live event could be a three-way call. A live event could be a hotel meeting. A live event could be this. These webinars, Tuesdays and Thursday nights. A live event could be a house party. A live event could be a free power party. A live event is anything that's happening that the person can be exposed, that they see that is much bigger than just you by yourself running around in the world. That's the beauty of the live event. So let me repeat the 5 steps so that we're all on the same page here. 1, the effective approach. 2, create value and respect for the tool. 3, use the right tool. Use the right tool. 4, create value and respect for the live event. 5, the live event. And again, that could be a three-way call, a hotel meeting, a regional event, a national event, a free power party, these hangouts. I mean, there's multiple places to plug them into. Again, footnote, side note, you guys know that my brain thinks kind of outside the box. Not sure where it would fit on the page, but if between 3 and 5, the person is ready to sign up and you can't find an expert, sign them up. Say it all with me. Sign them up. Sign them up. Sign them. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want you waiting around for JoJo to answer the phone so you get them on a three-way to sign them up. This, folks, we are on a free opportunity. We're not ripping anybody off $300-400. We don't have to wait around to do the hard close and do this magic tricks and all that stuff. If after number 3, if after they heard the exposure tool and they're ready to sign up, sign them up. Are we clear with this? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Good. Excellent. Excellent. It can be taught. Yes. I want to hit on that point again just because I want to bring home and the emphasis on that. Mr. Sean, welcome to the call tonight. Welcome. Love to see the good face, man. Cool. I want to bring home the emphasis again one more time here. We have these exposure tools that are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have the exposure tools so that you can expose the business 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm being nice here, right, Tracy? I'm being nice. Please, guys, use the tools 24 hours a day. Whenever, if you're a morning person, use them in the morning. If you're a night person, use them at night. If you can't sleep at night, and you know other people that can't sleep at night, they're available 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Do that to expose the business. Now, how many times a day should you minimum expose the business? Everybody put up your hands. Okay? Deuce. 2 times. Minimum. Because if you do it 2 times, watch this. On this screen, I have 5 leaders. If my 5 leaders are doing that twice a day, that's 10 exposures a day. Now, each one of them gets 1 person. Now we're at 20 exposures a day. See, we're the fastest growing team, but I promise you that there's other people who want that title, and they're coming after us. I want to make sure that we keep that title. So we got the momentum, and we got the tools, and we got the system. Let's make sure that everybody's educated on this and is doing that every single day. Because if you're bringing people and everybody's doing two, all of a sudden you have 100 exposures a day, 1,000 exposures a day, 10,000 exposures a day. And then they'll call you lucky. Man, that guy, he sure is lucky. Yep. I'd rather be hanging out watching cartoons with my boys right now. But hey, listen, what's what we do, right? Winners win. Exposure tools. Okay. This is something that we're going to go into very hardcore from July 1st forward. I want everybody to go on tiemart.com, and that's TIEMART.com. Okay, and the name of the color is lime neon green. All right, and that is the ties that we have for our gentlemen and the scarves for the lady. Okay, get a few of them for your top leaders in your team. Have your top leaders get a few of them for their top leaders, and so on and so forth. We are going to start promoting hardcore, and I'm not sure if that word is correctly used in English, but I'm saying like with everything that we got. The national conference, okay? The national conference or regional events are a must. When we talk about promoting from event to event, and we talk about that as a core commitment, you know, I say this, and some people think I'm either saying it lightly, and other people think that I'm being too hard. But if you're not going to the national conference, if at this moment in time you're not registered for the national conference, you're not in the business. You're not in the business. You're just a customer in North American Power, and you come and hang out every once in a while. That's cool. You need to be registered. Electric blue. That's funny. No, electric green, neon green. You need to be registered for the national conference right now. Okay? And I know things are tight. Okay, guys? I've heard people all the time. But listen, you hit manager, you're going to make some money. If you hit senior manager, you're going to make some money. If you hit director, you're going to make money. If you're not planning on hitting any of the things, you got things around your house that you can sell on Craigslist. I don't care how you make the money. Well, just make sure it's legal, okay? Please. So do footnote, because I'm getting the letter tomorrow from Carrie. Armando, you don't care if it's not legal and you're going to get people in trouble because they got to get to that. No. Don't sell nothing that you're not supposed to be selling, okay? Please, just do whatever you got to do to get to the national conference, and more importantly, watch this. Get your people there. I'm actually going to open the line. Jason, if you can talk, because Jason was at the national conference with me last year, and he had a story, and once he got out, he understood this business. Jason, are you able to talk tonight?
All right, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. So, Jason, explain to the people so they understand, because it's not just me going crazy here, telling you how important it is to be at the national conference. Give them your on-the-ground perspective of being at the national conference in 2013.
So I was really on the fence with the business. I mean, I got burned before trying to help somebody out, trying to get into Herbalife. So I was really skeptical. I knew the business could work. I was really skeptical on what it could do, or even going to the conference. I was like, it's just another meeting. It's a glorified hotel meeting, whatever. I finally made the decision to go. To be honest, it was the best decision I made. It completely changed my viewpoint on everything. I got to meet people that were making the money. I got to meet people that were the leaders. I mean, I got to see Bob Heiler, guy from the video that I watched, on stage, and he came down, shook my hand, and talked to me. We were riding in the elevator with the CEO, Kerry Breitbart. That was actually pretty cool. So, I mean, 20-something days into the business, you're meeting the CEO of a couple $100 million company that you just started for. It's pretty amazing. It completely changed my outlook on it, and I knew this is where I wanted to be and where I was going to be.
Excellent. And that's the story. You imagine, guys, you get 100 people running around with that story in your team? You imagine the power of what that happens to your team? You imagine having 1,000 people running around with that story? Okay? That's the power of a national conference. And that's the power. That's what I'm telling you guys. If you're not registered for it, if you're not in your mind 100% sure that you're going to go to the national conference, I don't care if you're, oh, it's in Texas. Guys, I don't care if it's in Siberia. See, when you come out of there, I promise you, you know, you put in the work, you're going to make tons and tons of money coming out of that conference. And if you're not there, people cannot tell you. I cannot tell you what happened there. You know what I'm saying? That guy, oh, what happened? What did they talk about? Like, man, are you crazy? I don't have enough language to say that, to tell you what happened there. So make sure that you're there. Also, guys, regional events. Regional events are important. And I want to make sure that we're promoting the regional events. Okay, we have, and I keep saying January for referring to June. I'm not sure what's going on in my mental calendar. June, June 28th. I'm excited about January because we keep talking about all this stuff that we're going to be doing. And if you guys follow the system, we're going to be at pretty decent income for the entire team by the end of. We're jumping out of their chairs, getting us having high fives. Yes, I'm going to get to you in 1 second here. In 1 second. Regional events in June 28th, we have Carrie Breitbart back in New York, and we're going to have an event there. Folks, write this down, napower.com/event. napower.com/events. We can put that up there, somebody please. napower.com/events. That actually tells you all the events that are going on around the country. This past Saturday, we had an event here in Miami, and it was so cool to see other people plugging in their guys into our event, just like I plug into the other people's events, you know, and that's how we build teams in 29 states. How would you like to override an organization in 29 states? So it doesn't matter if a hurricane hits Miami, New York is rocking and rolling. Doesn't matter if Sandy goes through New York, Miami is not going to be affected, or Texas is not going to be affected, or California. So, I mean, you really, you know, you're growing this business and understand that we have products for all 50 states, right? So you want to grow a team as big and as wide as you can make it, because then your team is untouchable. You never have a bad month, because when one region is having a snowstorm, the other region is sitting at 80 degrees in palm trees. And when this region down here is at 9,000 degrees like it is today in Miami, Florida, people in Pennsylvania and in Maine are relaxing in like 70, 80, 90 degree weather. So, you know, it works out when you have a national team. Use napower.com/events to promote those the different events that are happening. Regionally, we have Carrie Breitbart and John Costino on June 28th in New York. That's in the back office. For those of you guys in Florida, for those of you guys with team members in Florida, on July 4th, Mr. John Costino, and this is fresh off the press, is going to do a picnic, July 4th picnic in Fort Myers from 12 noon to 4 p.m. Okay? So we got things going on, and we're going to be promoting those things. But I want to make sure that you guys understand the power of regional events. Those are happening more often. National events are once a year, and they're phenomenal. But regional events. So Heather, I want you to jump out, because I know you go to all the regional special, especially the Power Blitz and stuff like that, and you always are jacked up when you get out there and you see us jacked up and stuff. So if you can, are you able to speak tonight?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome.
So if you can, please share with us tonight. First of all, welcome back. I mean, I love to see your face. It's phenomenal. And please share with the team, you know, your take on regional events and Power Blitz and stuff like that, and how does that change your business, and how does that your business?
Well, I love going to the events. I mean, even if there's something small, you always get to see people that you don't get to normally see. You know, Jason's all the way up in Maine. I don't get to see him that often. We talk often, but, you know, you don't get to have that fellowship and hanging out and whatnot. And, you know, you get to see everybody. And there's a lot of people that come in from, you know, the Power Blitzes are normally in Pennsylvania. There's people that come in from New Jersey, Ohio, you know, all over the place. And the events are always fun because, one, you get to see everybody. You get to hang out, catch up. You get to see all the people that are promoting and, you know, sharing their joy. And that also gives you a step up of, you know, that's going to be me next time. And it helps motivate you even more And then you get the extra training and stuff. And, you know, the last Power Blitz, which was in the end of February, it was absolutely incredible. You know, we had a lot of new training, and we got to see, you know, Ali getting his ring. We got to see Bob and Kevin getting promoted to the national director and everything. And, you know, afterwards, you get to hang out. You get to see that even Carrie Breitbart is so down to earth. He's just like one of your friends. I mean, even though he's at the top of the chain, he still has the time to answer questions, to take pictures with you. You know, it's just so cool that you get to see how everybody is on the same playing field. You know, like you said, it's not being lucky. Everybody busted their butt to get there. And, you know, they all come from the same kind of backgrounds, you know, just normal people that worked jobs, hated their jobs, wanted to have free time with their families, for themselves, you know, have that money. Everybody comes from basically the same thing of what they want. And it's just, the events are awesome. I try to go to every single one that's nearby. I can't wait for national conference because last year's national conference went by way too fast. The weekend was over before we knew it, and we were like, no, we want to stay. This is so much fun. And, you know, we got so much from national conference. I mean, just one of the announcements would have been absolutely incredible weekend, but we got so many announcements, just one right after the other. I swear to God, I thought Armando was going to have a heart attack. I mean, he was just so excited between him and Ali. I mean, it's just so much fun, and it's something you definitely don't want to miss because, I mean, once you go to an event, you don't want to miss the next one. So definitely events are big, big stuff.
Appreciate you sharing. Thank you very much. Awesome information. So guys, you know, that's what it's about. You know, these events are made to help you build your business, are made for your people to see the bigger picture. You know, a lot of you guys are on the line here. You guys are leaders. You guys are at the next level. You guys see the vision. But a person that's just coming on board, just like Jason was when he first got on board, you know, he couldn't see it. He wasn't at the high ground yet. So this events, you know, the regional events, the national events, everything that we're doing, even these hangouts, Tuesdays and Thursday nights, you know, these are designed so that people can feel that this is not an advertising tool. This is an actual for you to be part of the program, for you to be part of the team, for you to be an active member in the team. But it can be used as an advertising tool as well. So, you know, bring your new guy on board who just signed up today. Let me know who's going to be on, and we'll make a big deal about it. We'll make announcements on it. That's you know, something that we can implement in these hangouts. You know, and that way they can feel that they're part of it. Also, the Team Powerhouse 24/7 Facebook page. Make sure we're all plugging into that. You know, and somebody gets brand new person, sign them up under there. You know, add them there, and then let's all make a big deal about it. You know, this is what makes our team. And notice that there's other people who are now starting to follow suit. There's other teams who are starting to have the team feeling, okay? They all, you know, smashed me when I got here, like, oh, this team thing, this segregation, and now everybody's like, oh, this is my team, Blue Electric team, and this team, and that team, and whatever team. Just had to throw that Blue Electric team out there. Blue Electric team has just joined forces with us, so we're excited about them, and we love them. But, you know, now we're seeing all these teams pop up, and which is funny that a lot of them are using the team power or team, something like, with, you know, whatever. I don't care. I want everybody to successful. When we're national directors, we get paid on everybody. So let's make sure everybody's successful, right? And we'll take it from there. So again, part of promoting from event to event. Next Thursday. Today's Tuesday night. Thursday night, 9 p.m. Thursday night, 9 p.m. We have another one of these hangouts. Now, if you want your questions answered, you have to be live at the event here at this event. If you're not here live and you're watching this on the recording, make sure you're on the next one. Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, 9 p.m. in English, 10 p.m. in Spanish. So for the sake of the ones that are here, and as I always do, promote from event to event, if you want your questions answered, if you want to talk to us, feel free to jump on the next one, freepowerparty.com. Heather, what is it? Jason, what is it?
freepowerparty.com.
freepowerparty.com. Jason, what is it? Tracy, you're trying to get ready because you're next.
freepowerparty.com.
That's right. Sean and Tracy. We can't hear you, but I'm assuming you're saying freepowerparty.com. So that's what it's about, guys. Listen, we have a lot of fun on these hangouts. Daniel Bach is there. What is it, Daniel Bach?
Your line is now
Free Power Party.
.com. All right, guys. So listen, we have a lot of fun on these hangouts. Hopefully everybody gets some education on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the recording, and I'm going to go live to answer all the questions. I'm going to be here as long as it takes for those of you guys who are live here at the Power Party. freepowerparty.com, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. English, 10 p.m. Spanish. I will see you guys at the national conferences, the regional conferences, and I will see you on the beaches of the world. See you.